What's up everyone and welcome back to you on the MOONCHARTS YouTube channel. Hope that you're all doing very well as always. We have now done some crazy move here. We have done some move to the downside here to apply the exact top within the YouTube channel. We have done then a quick move to the upside here, and now we was a bit sideways for some days here clearly. So we're going to see, of course, what we can plan for next. After we have planned these waves here, wave 1, 2, 3, or 5. So I'm going to stay with these waves. Okay, I'm going to stay with these waves. We are of course going to change if we have to do something else. I'm not going to cover down the YouTube channel, but for example, there are some waves also to the upside. There are some different scenarios. Even this double XY here can be also a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make something like a wave 1 with a B with a wave 2 here with an ABC flat. Boom, another wave 1, another wave 2, and here we go, move it up, move it up, move it up. There are tons of different scenarios here. There are of course more likely scenarios and less likely scenarios. Okay, so I really want to focus on this more likely scenario here. The wave we have done to the downside here, really have to get acceptance to get a continuation of the move. Okay, like we really have to get acceptance to get a continuation here, because the wave we have done here are really weird. Okay, I just want to cover some few stuff before to start this technical analysis here. You have now the one-to-one sessions available on the website. Before it was like you book one, you could only book one full day. Okay, so now you can book your and the payments was not automatic. You have to say, I mean, I got an email, I received an email, then I had to send an email to you to say, hey, you have to send, for example, to PayPal to this email address, so we can confirm the payment and we can confirm the session. Now you just have to book your day, you book your time slot. You can now choose your time. Okay, once you did this, you can click here 11, 12, whatever you want, 2, 3 p.m. Okay, once you have done it, you have to click to add your first name, last name, email, some details. For example, if you want to work on something, just let me know. If you're a beginner, a more advanced people, even a master, maybe in Elliott Waves. For now, this is only for Elliott Waves. So, and now you can book and you can pay directly. So when you click the book button here, you fill all the form here. You choose your date. Okay, you can choose some different one if you want. You're going to be able to pay. It's automatic now. You just have to click the book button and you will be able to pay by Stripe or by PayPal. So two different ways, by card or by PayPal. So it's card or so, but this is another platform clearly. So yeah, here we have planned some different stuff with VIPs. Okay, after you have done this quick move to the downside. So first of all, here, I don't know if you remember what we was looking for here to the downside. We was looking for this wave 1 here. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the downside here. The possible wave, if you really have to drop from here and really drop, I mean, to make these waves to the downside here, even maybe more down here. We have, in that case, we get acceptance with this wave, so to speak. Here I'm going to remove that. I only do 1618 here. For example, here we have done a possible wave 1, wave 2 retracement, wave 3, okay, wave 4, and a wave 5 here, and that is a truncated wave 5. So a wave 5 start before the wave 3 bottom here. It's like also when you have an ABC, you can get an a B wave, and then a C. If the C stop, maybe more an ABC zigzag here. If the C stop before the A wave top, this is called a truncated C wave. Okay, so this is a possible stuff we have done here. Really less likely, but this is still something possible. So in that case here, we can think about possible boom, wave 1, wave 2, and now we're going to go for the wave 3 or 5 to make this, to finish that wave, that bigger wave 3 here. Okay, and then boom, bigger wave 4, bigger wave 5 to the downside. This is the first possibility. Okay, now with VIPs, what we have seen because I did, by the way, yes, Apprentice have now some live stream. So it was upcoming, I mean coming soon. Now they have some live stream for Apprentice or VIPs. By the way, both can watch this live stream. These live streams here, I did the first one I don't remember when exactly, on the 7th of June. Okay, so here, for example, we cover it a lot. What we are doing this kind of in this live stream is just we cover the count clear. We just restart the count. I'm doing the count in front of you, so and I'm reteaching you each wave. So we have seen from the very top here, of course, a bit before, but we really started the count from the very top here to the top right there to see what the count could be here and is like the more likely count clear. So I can really explain you how, for example, I find the W, X, and Y here to be able to catch the top with VIPs. We have planned the exact top here, and I just show you how that was possible to find all these waves. Yeah, I already showed you some screenshot. Was really looking for a last wave to the downside. I mean, a move to the downside here before to get a rise, and then boom, a massive drop here. And this is exactly what we have done. We have done a move to the downside, a quick move then to the upside, and was exactly looking for a short here. This is just how I'm just showing you clearly how, as you can see here, for almost 2 hours, how to find every single waves, the rules, everything clearly, so you can master this and really see this on the real chart. Okay, so that's why the course, I mean, apprentices are now going to get this kind of live stream, all depend of the wave count, I mean, how long it's going to take, of course, to make this kind of waves. For example, here we have been range bound for days here, for 2-3 days. So yeah, so this is just a new feature of apprentice that have apprentice clearly. So anyway, we have planned this nice target with you on the YouTube channel. We have shorted out. So with this, that's why also in the public update I say don't afraid to take profit here. Don't afraid to set your stop loss on entry, because we can do this kind of quick move to the upside. To make a truncated wave 5 is really less common, but this is still possible and 100% valid. Okay, so this is the first possibility. Now I'm going to show you another wave count we have seen with VIPs. I did this, it was live, or I don't know, I'm not sure this was, it was live. But I did another wave count with, I did a wave count with VIPs, as you can see here, Bitcoin lower time frame wave count here. We have seen, so we have seen in more detail the wave count with the truncated, as you can see here, wave 4 and wave 5 here, truncated wave 5. From here, we have seen the different possible wave count, and we was looking for a possible boom, the big WXY here to the downside. We're going to, of course, to get some invalidations. We know where we have to look for invalidations. We was looking for a move to the downside here, so a possible ABC here to finish the second X. Now we recognize that was also a possible ABC if we have to drop more directly, so we can place the X here, okay, and we have done directly, as you can see here, the move to the downside into the target we planted here. So to speak, what was the targets we planted here when we recognize that we was more likely going to do a wave to the downside before to push out or even drop? By the way, if we have some invalidation, we're going to go more down here. We planted some targets all the way down here. So the more likely, if we have to go more down, was clear from this daily naked path control to the weekly level here. Okay, we already planted this target here. What we have done, we just did a quick move to the downside here into the daily naked path control. Right now, if you check out what we have done on the chart, we have done another push to the downside here, again into the TPO, plus as you can see here, plus the 1618 also of the Z wave, plus the 1618 of the Y leg here. So this gives us some really nice zone, a zone of confidence here, where we have been able to take some trades here after we have been able to short the top here. To short the very top before, to short the top, no, it was not here. Short the top here, along the bottom here, short the top here. I feel long here on the bottom personally, because as I say to VIPs, we have absorption here. If I have a demand to push high, this can be a long to take, because I was more looking personally here, not for a big rise like this, but for a triple wave to the upside for a wave 4 before to get a move to the downside for the wave 5. We did have to accept that we have done a truncated, so I placed it along here, and I just enjoyed this big move to the upside here. From here, we got a lot of data missing on exo charts. That's why I personally did not feel any short here. Simply because if you look on exo charts here, so I'm just going to show that really quickly here. But if you look at this, as you can see here, we have almost a full day of data missing here. We have a big gap, and we have almost a full day of data missing here. So that's why I was not really looking for trades on this kind of move here, because we got a lot of data missing. So with the sessions, all the stuff, it just moved everything. So you had to go on the desktop version, but I really don't like the desktop version. Already the order flow is, is terrible on the desktop version. So that's pretty crazy. So that's why I was not personally, I was personally not looking for anything here. Just recognize that we started to get absorption here. I see two IPs will have a possible absorption here. So absorption got to drop next with some new shorts coming in. But anyway, we have seen everything we have seen clearly how to trade all of this in the daily updates. So that could be a possible short to take here, but nothing really crazy, to be honest with you. The good short would be more around there. Okay, not directly on the top to raise this quick move. Was more around there. We have seen this. But anyway, so so that brings us where we are at the moment here. With this nice double XYZ, we plan all the targets all the way down, all the stuff like that. Brings us with a nice target. We got a nice almost 3% bounce after this kind of move. This is pretty cool. Okay, we have another push to the downside here into the ones, and in the morning update more release, I say to VIPs we're maybe going to do the last wave down, because the 1618 here is missed of the Y leg here and of the Z wave, so we can still make another wave to the downside here to touch the 1618. If we have to confirm this wave, we're normally going to bounce off that. Now, if we go through it, we're just going to get an invalidation, and this WXY exit to the downside, so the bigger WXY here, the orange waves, are not going to be valid anymore. We also planned this nice, by the way, it was today, this nice possible long to take here, as you can see. So it was, we don't say it really, but we planned this one here because we plan to be in a range here. I don't know if I have this range here, but we plan to be in a range here. Okay, I mean, we was in a range. Clearly, we have the top of the range here, the bottom of the range. We plan to be in a range. What we got here, a deviation of the range. Okay, so once we do a deviation, we want normally to see a retest as support of the low of the range before to push higher. So here we have planned a possible long, as you can see here, on the low of the range. As you can see right there, this is what we plan on the daily updates. So as I say to VIPs, we have a bit of shorts opening here, so be careful. As you can see here, we was on the low of the range here, almost. So small absorption, we have a small absorption on the 1 minute. So if we have the big demand to push higher, clearly, we are possibly good. Well, we are good, clearly, to write something to the upside. And the low of the range is still not backtested through. So here what you have to do is you have to add your confluence, clearly, okay, from the top to the bottom here, from the bottom to the top. We're looking for the low of the range here, but as I said, we start to get absorption here. We have the demand to push high here. We got a demand, by the way, to push high here. That's why we're saying this, clearly. But if you go on the low time frame, such as the 5 minute, for example, right there, you can see that to bounce off this, okay, on the 1 minute here, we start to get absorption. So here we clearly got the demand here to push higher. So that could be a possible long trade to take. Stop loss on the low, you write a move to the upside, you find your resistance, first resistance, you take profit 50%, and you set your stop loss directly on entry. Like this, boom, trade is safe, and we can do the other push to the downside, everything, and the trade is safely, and this is a winning trade. So that's why we have planned this nice trade here. You have to add a bit of confidence here. 61866%. I give some informations to VIPs, and that result to some really nice trades, clearly, to take with some nice informations. So this is how we have been trading Bitcoin clearly these days. I was sick yesterday. I'm still, I mean, we maybe don't really see it, but I'm still sick a bit because, yeah, I don't know, it's like exactly the same when I got COVID, you know. It's like yesterday I just slept all the day clear. I was, you know, it was cold and hot, then hot, and everything clear. It was terrible, so I just slept all the day, and today I'm a bit better because I'm on medication, so that's normal. But I'm still, you know, I'm still have some how do you say that? I mean, I'm still very hot, then sometimes very cold, all the stuff like this, stuffy nose, everything. So it's really, really terrible. I'm not sure this is COVID because this is still less than when I got COVID, but this is still not really funny. So anyway, so now what I'm doing really on Bitcoin, what I'm waiting for, I'm just waiting clearly for more confirmations. For example, here I'm just waiting to see if we're going to confirm the, you know, the possible, because as I show you here, as I draw to VIPs, we was more looking for that WXYXZ here, WXYXZ to the downside for a bigger W, okay, X and Y to the downside, the Y leg with the WXYXZ, okay. So are we going to confirm this WXYXZ? I mean, this bigger WXY. So in that case, this is a correction wave to push higher. Okay. So are we going to confirm this WXY? Are we going to get an invalidation of this WXY here? Because if we do this WXY, I mean, if we are in this WXY, we are going to break the previous top minimum. Okay. So we are going to get a rise next to minimum, take the previous high here, or even to go higher. But only if we are in this WXY to the downside. If now we confirm, for example, the big impulsive to the downside, so we do a really massive move to the downside here, we are going to confirm the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even some, I mean, we can also confirm some other possible wave. For example, we can be absolutely here. That was a 5 waves to be an A, then a B retracement, then a C wave here with a wave 5 truncated here in the C wave. So boom, bigger W, okay, bigger X wave, and bigger Y leg to the upside. There are just so many possibilities at the moment. This is pretty crazy. And even here to be in a bigger correction, for example, boom, W, X retracement, and a Y leg to the downside, and boom, we can right after that, boom, a bigger W, X, Y. So that's why you can see that there are still a lot of possibilities here. Are we in these 5 ways? Are we not in these 5 ways? Only time have the answer. So that's why these days I'm really sitting in my short, sitting in my long. I'm just waiting for confirmations to come clear. Are we going to confirm a push to the upside? Are we going to confirm a push to the downside here? Confirm these 5 ways to the downside? Only time will tell us. But we just play with the more likely waves, the more likely stuff on the market. Okay, so yeah, we are just going to see clearly which one is going to play out here. But I'm still with this 5 ways to the downside. If we do this 5 ways to the downside, we should reach at least normally minimum the low, so to speak, we should minimum take the price low here if we are in the 5 ways to the downside here. Okay. So yeah, I think that's all really. If yeah, I clearly say that. Yeah, I mean that's all. That's all because I'm just waiting for confirmation. Yesterday I was not trading because I was sick. I'm still sick, by the way. I just slept all the day, so I was not really trading. Today I'm here, but I mean, yeah, we applied some different targets, and even here you can see right now with the targets we applied here, as you can see on the very bottom, we have the daily couple of control. We got the first touch and bounce off, but we still have the TPO plus the weekly. This is exactly what we have hit on this target. As you can see, we did a quick move to the upside because these are strong zone of support. Yes, we are moving again to the downside here. But I mean, as you can see here, we are moving down again, but we still have done a quick move to the upside here, and for scalpers, this gives us some really nice move to trade. Okay, you just have to be really fast, but this can give you some really nice trades to take. Okay, so that's why this is pretty crazy. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bottom. We can absolutely just jump from here and maybe got an invalidation of this WXY, but the most important is that the move, we was looking for a wave to the downside here, and the move is here. We are now on the target. We have our invalidations levels. It's just simply the 20% here of the Z wave. This is really simple because 20% is an invalidation for a triple wave, a correction wave. So we're just looking at this, and with this we're going to be able to recognize if we're still in this or if we're not in this anymore. Okay, or the 20% of the WXY. If we touch that, we are more likely in this way 3, okay, or in a bigger triple wave like this, boom boom boom, a bigger triple wave like this, to make a bigger triple wave like this, and boom, then get a rise. Okay, so we're going to see really which one plays out. For me, I'm just going to stick to the plan to the stuff we draw before. I'm not going to move all the time to another account because there are different accounts here. I'm just really going to stick to the plan and wait for confirmations now. So if you do not see any videos for some days, this is absolutely normal. This is just I'm waiting for confirmations. Okay, so but even if we have this kind of stuff like this, we are still trading this Bitcoin like really crazy. This is absolutely insane. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. As always, don't forget to smash that like if you enjoy the content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to turn on notifications, to write some comments if you want, by the way, down below, so we can just make this comment section full of comments. This is really good for the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget also to go on the MOONCHARTS_ account on Twitter if you want to be aware of everything, the news. For example, this is how we have been trading Bitcoin. This is absolutely insane. We have been, if you're along the very bottom here, if you're short, I mean, if you're not long here, if you're short here, if you're long on the bottom here, if you're short here, if you're long here. I mean, this is absolutely insane. And this is just from here because before, so we have been trading that every single highs and every single lows, just that I didn't have enough space to add everything. But this is absolutely insane. So don't forget to go and subscribe to the MOONCHARTS_ account so you can be aware of everything clearly. Anyway, have a brilliant day, take care, and see you in the next one. Cheers.